Hey guys, today I want to do a video of me writing with my dominant hand versus me writing with my non-dominant hand. What will that make, and how am I compared to my dominant hand to my non-dominant hand? So for me, my dominant hand is this one, is for me. So I can write with this one. That's my dominant hand. And I'm going to write a sentence with this pen, and yes, pencil is actually really good working. And okay, so I'm going to write a sentence saying, I love snow. Okay. I love snow. Okay, that's it. Now let me write this again, but with the other hand. With this hand. So, this hand right here is not my dominant hand, but I want to compare it. It's actually more difficult doing it that side because, it's actually, I am leaning on that hand I'm about to write with, so I have to move like this. There you go. Now that's better, guys. I just hope that this, of course, it'll go well because I've done this before. Okay, just a bit wonky, but still good enough. Good. And the only difference is the fact that with the left hand, you have to push. I mean that you're pushing against this. But with this hand, you are mostly dragging it, which makes it more easier to say. Okay, so as I did that, you can see that the right hand is that one and the left hand is that one. Now let's try against one, because my left hand is not my dominant hand for me. Now let's try to make it different. Let's try to okay. Let's write in forest cave. See how this goes. I can look through the camera right now. It's actually, why is it more easier to... I can easily write it, yeah. I know the way, I know why it's easier. If I step on this hand, I know it's why it's easier to write, because you're still dragging. Even if you push, but if you're on the other hand, plus not dominant and plus... Even if this one was not your dominant hand, you still have a struggle. I mean, you will have a struggle, but be slightly bit easier, I'm not really sure, but yeah. Different compared to the other one. Where if I do it on the other side, I'll have to really push. He's more comfortable. Now let's try this again, but with this hand. I can only look through the camera right now. Okay, guys, it's very difficult to even look through the camera even. Okay, a couple of, 4. It doesn't matter how big the words are, really. The whole task is to make it in place. Bit forest cave. I can do C's. Another good way to do this is the fact that practice with your non-dominant hand to just write the alphabets. Even if your dominant hand is either one, of course it can be that one. For me it's my right, for you it may be your left. And if you want to practice with how you write, it's different actually. So yeah, and the fact that using the left one, in fact, even if it's your dominant, this one for example, it's actually a bit more difficult because you really have to push. Think about it. You're pushing the paper. Whilst this one, unless you're writing backwards, you know what I mean, it'll be more easy because you release backwards. Unless you can write backwards like this. But you see that's the difference, guys, between my two handwritings. I love snow and the forest cave, of course. And a good way, for example, with the non-dominant hand, for me, my non-dominant hand is this one. I can still write spirals, for example. Pretty easy spirals like that. Do a spiral. You can just practice writing the alphabets. For example, see how good you are. A, you can go to B. The reason why I can't do it now is not because of the fact that this hand is not dominant, is because I literally have to look. Okay, let me look outside the camera right now. See that? That's a bit better now. Because I looked outside the camera. So yeah, I hope that you did enjoy the difference between these two hands. And yeah, my dominant one, of course, even if this one's a dominant one, you would have to practice with the other one then. If your left one's dominant, you have to practice with the other one. But if my left hand was dominant, it means that I would have to push all the time. And yes, I would be used to it, so I wouldn't complain about it. Of course I wouldn't, but means that I'll have to write like this all the time and push. You see what I mean? Like you're pushing, you're against the paper. Whilst this one, with the right hand, you drag with the paper. So you see the difference there. So yeah, I hope that you did enjoy this video, and yeah, I'll see you in another one.